Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking celebrity and influencer skincare. Honestly, there's been an explosion in the amount of influencer and celebrity driven skincare brands in the past couple of years. Of course, some of them are going to be ding 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 holy grails, and others might be wah 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 total fails, and that's kind of what I want to talk about in today's video. I'm going to be ranking these recent launches using my favourite tool, Tier Maker. You guys know I love a good Tier Maker review video, and I'm going to have three categories. Top tier is going to be celebrity status. These are those brands which were instant hits, gorgeous products delivering everything you need for your skincare routine. Then the next tier down is going to be cult following. These are the brands which will appeal to some people. They definitely have their die-hard fans, but maybe they're not universal. They won't work for everyone, and you really need to work out whether you want to purchase from that brand before you get out the credit card. Then unfortunately at the bottom we have Z-lister. These are the nothing to see here, keep on walking brands that honestly delivered nothing and I really don't think are worth the splurge. Sit back, relax, and let's talk some celebrity and influencer skincare. Now, before I get into this, before you all start reading me to filth, I appreciate that this year was the year I launched my own skincare brand, Mad About Skin. I'm not including it in this review video because how narcissistic would that be of me to review my own brand? Not going to happen. And also, I can't be unbiased, when it comes to my own brand. So I will leave a link in the description box below to the Facebook group Mad About Skin, where people have shared their own experiences and the reviews of the products if you do want to check them out. I also don't want this to be shady or disrespectful in any way. If you're here for the tea, you're going to be sorely disappointed because I don't want to be disrespecting anyone that's put their own time, effort and money and commitment into creating their own brands. This is honestly a labour of love, I know from my own experience, and whilst not all brands will be holy grails and some will miss the mark, I never want this to be disrespectful to the creators of the brand themselves. I've read so many reviews online, particularly around celebrity skincare, where people have decided to hate on the brand from the start because they don't like the celebrity that created it. That's not fair, that's not how the whole world works. We need to step back and look at it objectively, which is kind of what I want to do in today's video. I would of course love to know your thoughts, feelings and opinions, so sound off in the comments section below. Just promise me that whilst you're down there, if you could give this video a big thumbs up and a like, it took a lot of pulling together and it supports me and the channel so much. But without further ado, shall we cut the waffle and delve into some of this celebrity skincare? Now, you guys know I love to always start on the positive, so let's hit the ground running with the first celebrity status brand, and that's Human Race by Pharrell Williams. Who thought Pharrell Williams would come out with his own skincare line? Honestly, I'm really glad he did because this is a really nice collection of products. I've only tried the rice powder cleanser because that was the one that was most applicable to my skin type and I loved it. It cleansed the skin beautifully. It had a very mild abrasion to give a very light physical exfoliation, which appeals to some people if you don't necessarily always want to reach for exfoliating acids, and it left the skin feeling beautifully smooth but not stripped or dried. They've got some other things such as moisturizers and serums in that. It's just a really well put together line. I did some research before I bought anything from this line, and I found that Pharrell Williams has actually been promoting skincare and sharing his love of skincare for quite a few years. So this clearly isn't a cash grab. This is a labour of love. I'm also so pleased that when he created his own line, he didn't just target it at men. It's truly a universal line, which I think should be applauded. When we see guys promoting skincare, often it's for brands aimed specifically at men, and you'll see them call really cringe-worthy names such as Battle Scar and Carnivore, and you're really like what they see as stereotypically masculine names. I just think that's so off-putting. I love that this is a truly universal line, and I'm giving Pharrell Williams a 10 out of 10 for this. It's a ding 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 holy grail, and I definitely would check it out. I'll leave some links to where you can purchase this if you do want to get your hands or explore it in any more detail, because honestly, he's knocked it out of the park with this skincare line, and I'm really excited of what's to come. Now, let's move from the sublime, the Pharrell Williams line, to the ridiculous, which is the Reflect by Valkyrie skincare line. Now, this one is coming for a bit of a read from the community recently, and actually it's now been discontinued. I didn't even get a chance to get my hands on this skincare before they cancelled the entire line themselves and discontinued the products. This was a skincare line designed to protect the skin against blue light. Now, blue light, there's some studies out there that show blue light can do a significant amount of damage to the skin. That I don't think is actually out for discussion. What I do think is a little bit disputed is whether the blue light that's emitted from our devices, such as our phones, our laptops, our desktops, actually contributes in a meaningful way to blue light damage. Blue light emitted from UV sources, yes. From our tablets and our devices, it's a little bit up in the air as to the level of damage that actually does. Again, I love an antioxidant. I love to protect my skin beyond just my traditional SPF. I like to use antioxidants, and this line really appealed to me. Then I looked at all the pseudoscience they were using to promote it, the exaggerated claims, and it was just like an instant turn off. Can a cleanser actually protect your skin for 24 hours from blue light? Absolutely not. It's just never going to happen. And this was just one example of the hyperbole and the exaggerated claims they used. This was a huge pass. I was going to try at least one of their serums just so I could say I tried it and feedback to you guys that have been asking me about it, what I thought. But didn't even get the chance. They cancelled themselves before I even could buy. So this is definitely in the Z-lister, nothing to see here category. Now, I think the undisputed biggest influencer or celebrity skincare launch like of the last 2 years has to be this, which is the Selfless By Hyra line. Honestly, I was really excited to get my hands on some of the products from this. I was a little bit put off by the price point when it launched. I thought, this is maybe a bit more expensive than I thought it would, particularly because it's been formulated by the Inculus, which I love for their drugstore price point. However, I reached for a couple of their products, tried them, and I was actually relatively impressed. I know from the feedback, so many of you guys that subscribe to this channel also reached out and bought products when it launched, and I'd say that people were genuinely relatively impressed with the products and how they performed. But again, that price point and the slightly higher amount of coin needed to get your hands on these, I think put a few people off. In truth, I tried the kale product, I tried the cleanser, and I also tried the moisturizer. Definitely hands down the best for me was this cleanser. I think I'm on bottle like number 2 of this, which sometimes I do reach and I do enjoy it. It's got centella in here to calm and soothe. It's got some nice antioxidants. I'd say it's a really nice cleanser. And the line, whilst it's not supercharged with really high potent actives, could work really well for people that are new to skincare or need a more gentle approach to their own skincare routine because they have skin sensitivity, redness or irritation. I'm going to put this in the cult following category. It's definitely got its die-hard fans and I totally buy into that and understand why you would love it so much. However, for a lot of us, I think the price point is still a little bit up there and there are just some other dupes and alternatives on the market that can get you the same results with a lower price point, which is why it won't appeal to everyone. I've been a huge fan of Hyrams for so long, so I was really keen to get my hands on these products and I'm so glad I did. I don't think we can understate how much Hyram has done in the past couple of years to really revolutionize the skincare industry and brands, how they approach us, the consumer, the products, the ingredients and all of that. It's a very slow changing market, but I do think he's done a whole lot to really drive that forward. So a big props to him. Whilst I think this is definitely going to be applicable to some more than the others, definitely a really nice addition to the skincare world. Now, keeping it with influencers, shall we segue seamlessly on to Naturium? This was the skincare line by Susan Yara, which, alright, had a rocky start. Now, lots of conversation around this. Will people buy for it? Won't they because of the rocky start? That's all down to your own personal opinion and thoughts. And I've covered that in previous videos, so I don't want to go into it too much detail now. In terms of how I'm going to rank this, straight up, it's going to be in the cult following category. That launch has really prevented it from being in the celebrity status one, despite the fact their products are really good. And this is why I think that the launch actually pains me so much, because the products are really good. And I wanted to love them and use them time and time again. They launched with a whole suite of really good products around 2 years ago that I think deserved a lot of hype. Unfortunately, that was overshadowed by that launch, which again, I'll leave a link to a video about all that below if you do want to check it out. But I think that overshadowed the quality of the products. They then brought out some other products sort of midway through their first year to 18 months that I wasn't that overwhelmed with. I thought they were okay, but I didn't think they were adding anything new and I wasn't stunned by them. Then their recent launches, honestly, I think have been so good. So they've recently launched an azelaic acid emulsion, which I love. It's a much more lightweight azelaic acid that suits some skin types, particularly like mine, oily and acne prone really well. They've got some gorgeous lip products and they released a new scrub. Now it's a scrub with an element of acid exfoliation in as well. So it's super gentle with its physical exfoliation, but doubles up on the benefits with some acid and chemical exfoliation at the same time. Really good, and I really like the look of it. I know a couple of people that have tried that and have been raved about it, so I've got one on order. Unfortunately, I have to import it from the US because they don't stock here in the UK yet, though that will change over the coming year, I hope. Honestly, I think their original product's amazing. Their recent launch is really good. Stuff in between, I didn't really gel with that much, but that doesn't mean to say that I haven't got some really great products. The reason I'm putting this firmly in the cult following category is because whether you purchase from this line is all going to depend on your thoughts, feelings and opinions towards the launch and anything that's happened since. So I'll leave that up to you. But definitely, if you're intrigued by Naturium, I'd have a look at some of their more recent launches because I think that's where some of the holy grails and real value is to be found. Now let's come on to Josie Maran. I actually didn't realise that Josie Maran was a celebrity. I'm a bit out of the loop there. I thought it was just a really good skincare line. And then I started to see it in lists categorising, you know, celebrity skincare. And I thought, oh, let me have a look. She was a supermodel over in I think in the 90s. And honestly, it has the most gorgeous and flawless skin. I can believe that she gets that gorgeous flawless skin from her own skincare line because these products are stunning. If you were to look at the Josie Maran collection, I think it all looks very similar in terms of its styling and the product range, but I kind of like that uniformity. It looks really good. If you were to buy the whole collection, it would look gorgeous on your vanity. Beyond just the appeal, though, of the look of the product, the ingredients, the formulations are stunning. The price point is a little bit up there, but because I think they're genuinely offering something that's elevated beyond what the existing market offers, I'm happy to pay that higher price point, and her SPFs are definitely the best, the ding 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 holy grails of the whole collection. I'm going to leave links to the SPF products below because there's quite a few of them, but if you're in the market for a tinted SPF that genuinely delivers really good, locked in, guaranteed protection with a nice tint that can offset any white cast or any ashiness that you might get on the skin and just give you a guaranteed good skin day, Josie Maran is where it's at. I've got Jenny, who's a great friend and subscriber here on the channel, to thank for introducing me to the Josie Maran collection. She was the one that fangirled about it first. She has super sensitive rosacea prone skin and said, even on my skin, this works. I was like, okay, this sounds too good to be true. Let me try it. And I fell in love. It's one of my go-to daily sunscreens now, and I just feel so good whenever I wear it. So yes, this is definitely in the celebrity status category, no questions asked. Now, I've got two more brands that I want to just call out quickly. Now, first and foremost, Kylie Baby. This was actually the subsequent launch from Kylie Jenner on the back of her Kylie Skin range. Kylie Skin isn't in here because it actually launched 3.5 years ago. Can you believe that? Time flies. Then she launched her Kylie Baby range. This was a firm pass for me. This is definitely going in the Z list. Keep on walking, nothing to see here category. I don't want to labour the point too much because I actually did a YouTube Shorts video on why I won't be purchasing from this, which I'll leave a link to up there if you want to know more detail. No shade to Kylie herself. In fact, I was one of the people that actually defended her and said the original Kylie Skin brand wasn't that bad. People wanted to hate on that brand because it was Kylie and they didn't like her, so they wanted to hate on the brand itself. I said, if you look at it objectively, actually Kylie Skin products were really good. I'd say better for people like me with oily, acne-prone skin than people with sensitive or dry skin. But you know what? Not all skincare lines will appeal to everyone equally. And I really thought there was a lot of thought and effort that gone into those products. However, when it comes to the Kylie Baby, I just don't feel that there's a gap in the market that needs filling with this product. There's so many great, affordable options for your child's skincare needs in terms of washes, shampoos, and all that good stuff that you can get at the drugstore. I don't think this is adding anything more, and it is ridiculously priced for actually the amount of product that you're getting. The packaging is gorgeous, that I will give them, and they have formulated it in a way that is absolutely fine for kids. However, that already exists, and I just think there's cheaper options at the market. And I don't know, there's something about using your child in all of your adverts to promote and sell your product that feels a little bit tacky to me. No shade, and you can disagree with me. Sound off in the comments below if you totally disagree with me. But I just think using your young child to kind of hawk your products and sell more product just seems a little bit tacky and insincere, and that's kind of not what... That's the main reason I don't want to purchase from this brand, but that might just be a personal opinion of mine. I just think there's more affordable and drugstore options available. And finally, I want to talk about Kora Organics, which is the Miranda Care skincare line. Now, I don't normally reach for organic skincare because I often find it's just overpriced, and really there isn't a whole lot of benefit when you read into some of these products. Nice botanicals, but not the actives that I crave in my skincare routine. Honestly, Kora Organics, total opposite. It is so good for the skin. This is firmly in the celebrity status category because I absolutely love it. And I'd say if you wanted to try something from this brand, reach out and get their Moisture Balm Stick. So good. Moisturizer in a balm, in a stick, twist it up like a roll-on deodorant, spread it across the face, feels gorgeous, really easy, convenient, on the go, amazing moisturizer. Definitely won me over with that product, and I'm going to be trying so much more from them this year because I'm really excited to see what comes. So there you have it, guys. A rundown of the skincare launches from influencers and celebrities alike in the last 2 years. There's been so many, and hopefully through this video you'll see the ones that I think really have energy, thought and feeling put behind them, and those that maybe just lack a little bit of that. There's going to be so much more to come, I'm sure, in the next 12 months. And if you want my tip, with no insider knowledge, I literally have no knowledge of this whatsoever, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and guess. I think James Welch will be the next one to create his own skincare line, possibly with Glow Recipe would be my bet, but we'll see how this guess actually stacks up in a couple of months' time when we know more. But sound off in the comment section below if you think anyone else is likely to introduce a new range or some products into the skincare world in the next 12 months. I'd love to know what your guesses are. I have put on order some really great products from the new Alicia Keys skincare line. Until recently, it was sold out here in the UK, so I wasn't able to get my hands on it. So I haven't actually tried any of them, which is why I haven't included it in this video. But let me know if you'd like to see a standalone review of the Alicia Keys skincare range, because I've heard some really, really good things. I just didn't want to review it in this video without actually trying any of the products myself. But wherever in the world you are, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.